Yo, what is up, people? Welcome back to another video. So today we actually get to ride around in a fresh $80,000 junk removal rig. It's not wrapped yet or anything. It's actually just my buddy Carlos's. He's actually financing it. He just got it. We've been talking about it the last few days, and he called me last night. He's like, yo, I got a new job. Or not a new job. I got a job right next to your house, like 5 minutes down the road, and I think your house is on the way. You want me to pick you up, and you can help me with the job. I'll flip you a few bucks, and you can just see the new truck and everything. And I was like, yeah, for sure. Sounds sick to me. So that's what this video is. I pretty much just flip the camera on here and there and kind of just see how he does business, show you guys the new rig, talk a little bit about it at the end of the video and what I think about it and everything. So stay tuned for that. And let's just hop right into it. Here is the rig. Here's my just about what my yearly income looks like.
What's up, dude?
The new rig. Wow. This thing's nice. Wow. So what's the ticket on this thing?
83,000.
You figure out the cubic yardage yet? Woo! What do you got in there right now?
It's somewhat full.
Decking? Man. Alright, so what's the plan now?
Going up to the 7th floor.
We're gonna launch some stuff off there into this thing?
That'd be great. That'd be great. I'd love to.
Thing looks nice down there. For sure. This junk definitely looks tossable too.
So it's everything right here. All that.
Okay.
And then probably like this,
Okay.
this, and that picture.
What's on the wall here?
Yeah.
And that painting.
And
Or that painting face.
no, that goes.
That
And she's downstairs. I'll find out. So I think the 2 lamps and just 1 table.
okay. It's 2 lamps and 1 of the end tables.
Yeah.
We'll get started right
All
away.
right. Thank you.
Out here grinding it out. Almost got the elevator stuffed. I guess Mans likes getting everything in one elevator load.
Yes, sir.
Not a bad idea. Pretty small elevator though. Got a high deck on this thing. Especially for you.
I got ups.
Alright, one thing that I will say that's super nice about this truck is, you guys know I do a decent amount of jobs in these condo buildings or apartment complexes. And if I had my truck and trailer, it's a lot longer than this rig. I would not be fitting in this spot this conveniently, so that is very nice. But one thing I did notice, if there was like big furniture up there and I was doing this job by myself, the back deck's very tall, so I would have to lift the furniture up into the back deck unless I got a lift gate like Sonoma Strong Hauling, or I got some sort of ramp. But even with a pretty long ramp at this height, it would be a pretty steep ramp, so like pulling up refrigerators and heavy furniture by myself would definitely be a struggle. This thing is super nice. Put it on 0.5 zoom so it looks a little weird, that's why. Thing's immaculate. Way better on gas mileage, even with the giant dumper on the back. And it is gas, F350. It's just what you preferred. And he says it drives like a dream, so, you know, watch is going off. All right, so what do we make?
Today's job was $225. More than half of it's going to be donated. Probably going to have maybe $5 in disposal costs, if that.
What was our time? Did you check it?
Oh, 23 minutes.
23 minutes. We banged that job out. Like he said, we're donating like half of it, and he charged $225, which is honestly probably more than I would have charged, but he tells me all the time that I need to up my prices, so I'm working on it, but I just feel bad for customers all the time. I don't know why, but
Then I feel bad for you when you got high disposal costs.
I mean, everyone's always ripping on me in the comments saying we got the cheapest disposal costs in the country, so.
It may be true, but at the end of the day, this is a business, so either you're growing or you're dying. And charge accordingly, and you'll go ahead.
Yeah. So what's the truck payment now?
Shoot, it's gonna be like $1,202 a month, plus another like $1,000 for insurance. So
Yeah, so that's another reason why his prices are the way they are. I'm kind of just, you know, bumming still with my truck and trailer.
wait, this is as of what? Now, because I just bought this truck. I mean, they've been this way before.
Yeah,
too.
yeah, he's always been a little bit higher. I need to work on upping my prices, but I'm working on it. So pretty much it's gonna be like after gas and everything, over $200 profit, I would say,
Oh,
right?
and you got tipped.
Yeah, and we got a tip. How much is she tip?
I'll tell you right now, she tipped $22.
It's not bad.
Gravy.
So now we need to go grab a coffee and then drop me back off at the house and wrap things up. All right, we're back at the house real quick. I'm gonna give my summary about the truck, some pros and cons I noticed. Well, just working on it for an hour on one job, so it's pretty much just gonna be like my first impressions and stuff like that. So I'll start with some pros. One of them being that it's super easy to drive compared to a truck and trailer. It's a lot shorter, so you're able to get it in those compact areas like we were at today, where the loading zones aren't very big at like those apartment and condo complexes. I run into the issue all the time where I'm like blocking multiple cars in at an apartment complex because the loading zone, I just can't back into it because it's like 12 feet long and my whole rig is like 25 plus feet, so I have to park parallel, and a lot of the time I'm like blocking people in and I'm just hoping that they don't leave when the 30 minutes I'm there. And I've gotten very fortunate. I haven't had many people that I've blocked in that are actually leaving. I think it's happened like once, and I happened to be downstairs by the truck when they needed to leave, so I just backed up real quick, let them out, then parked back where I was. So I was definitely a pro to the truck. It's just easy to maneuver. You can get in those tighter spots at apartment complexes and condos and stuff like that. Another pro is it looks more professional, especially when he's going to get it wrapped and it's going to have his logos on it and everything. It's going to look more legit, especially on his website. It's just he's gonna look more like a franchise, because sometimes when you're rolling around in a truck and trailer, people are gonna expect your prices to be cheaper just because you don't look like Junk King or 1-800-JUNK. So when you have that official looking Isuzu or F350 like Carlos has, the dump on the back, it's just people are going to be probably more willing to pay your prices because you just look more legit. Another pro is the gas mileage. Those trucks are pretty much, they're built that way from the market, so their gas mileage is pretty decent. Unlike my truck, it gets great gas mileage, and then when I throw a trailer on the back, it slices the gas mileage in half, so I don't get great gas mileage. Carlos was saying his old truck would get like 150,000 miles on a full tank, and this new one gets 300 miles on a full tank, and they're pretty similar tank sizes. He's already saving a ton of money each month on gas with this new rig, which is great because he can take the money he's saving and that'll help towards his steep $1,200 a month payment towards that truck. But yeah, I think that's most of the pros I could think of. It's just maneuvering the thing around, looks more professional, can get in tight spots in apartment complexes. The dump on the back, it literally got a dump. It's a hydraulic dump, so he's not gonna have to hand unload the trailer anymore like I'd still have to do. Yeah, so there's a ton of pros. There's definitely more pros than cons, but the cons are something to talk about. And first one, most importantly, I would say, is the price. $80,000 for that rig. Obviously, he didn't throw 80 grand at it. Honestly, I don't think he put any money down. I think he's just straight paying the full 80 grand by financing it. And like he said, his monthly payment is $1,200, which is definitely not something I could afford at the moment. I would have to consistently be pulling in over $12,000 a month consistently, like 12 months out of the year, to be comfortable to buy an item like that. Just because you can get a hydraulic dump trailer and a decent truck for $35,000 total, or $40,000, we'll just say $40,000, and that's half the price of the Isuzu or the F350 with the dump on the back. I mean, I guess that's buying used though. If you were to go buy a brand new truck and a brand new dump trailer, you might be closer to the $80,000 mark at that point. So it just depends how you look at it. I don't know. But that is one of the main cons to me, is it being $80,000 or $1,200 a month. So that's definitely something to think about. Another con I noticed right off the rip is loading the thing. The rear deck is tall. I'm a tall person, and I'm pretty sure, I mean, this was yesterday I filmed this. I'm just now getting to the outro part of this video, but you can obviously go back in this video and look at it. I'm pretty sure the deck was like up or above my hips, which is tall, especially if he's gonna have to set up a ramp when he's using a wheelbarrow. And depending on how long the ramp is, because obviously the longer the ramp is, the more gradual it might be, but if it's shorter, it's gonna be more steep. So depending on what kind of ramp he gets, it's whatever it is, it's going to be definitely difficult loading for those construction debris jobs, or say he's loading a refrigerator by himself and he has to back it all the way up the ramp. The nice thing about the trailer setup like I have is that they like come up to like my kneecaps. They're so low to the ground that the ramps are like, they're not really that steep. I mean, mine's kind of steep for what it is, but I can add another foot to it, which I think I'm going to do in the future. I think I'm going to add like a whole foot around my whole trailer, and that'll make my ramp like go from this steep to like this steep, and it'll be a lot easier to load. Those are the two cons, is just price, which is a big one, and the rear deck being super tall. But you can fix the rear deck by just getting a lift gate. You can look at Sonoma Strong hauling setup on their Isuzu. I think they run a Isuzu. They have a rear lift gate, and they say it's a lifesaver. I mean, you could throw 3 refrigerators on there, hit a button, and it brings them all up to deck level, and then you just push them in. Those are my thoughts. Congratulations to Carlos, though. The setup is sick. He definitely worked hard for it. He's been in business, I think, a little over 2 years now, and he's already getting into an $80,000 truck. He's definitely doing something right. Let me know what you guys think. I hope you enjoyed this. I try to this was so last second, me filming this video. Carlos called me last night and was like, yo, I got a job right next to your house. Do you want to come help me with the job? I'll flip you a few bucks and you can see the new truck setup. And I was like, yeah, for sure. And then I decided to whip my camera out too to make a little video out of it. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, obviously hit the like and subscribe button. And if you have a question or you just want to put your input on the truck, would you go with the $80,000 rig setup, or would you run my setup a little bit longer until you scale to maybe over $15,000 a month? I don't know. Just want to know what you guys think. So throw that in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next video.